Welcome to a BMW video, this 2013 318D, and in this video I'm going to be tackling an issue with the front suspension. So when this car went in for its MOT, one of the things it failed on was a front lower suspension arm on the driver's side, this side. And the owner of this car, my partner's son, he was driving along one day, he had to brake hard and he felt a noise, and he said the steering didn't feel right, and he'd been told he needed a new rack, and he was quoted a stupid figure, I think 1,500 quid, and replacement racks are about 500, so I don't know where I get grand's worth of labour from. Don't think main dealer price is that much anyway. So he's been running around in my Mercedes until he could get this fixed, and I've been driving around in it. Feels all right. Anyway, he asked me to get a second opinion on this, on sorting this rack out. So I took it to my usual tyre place, and they found a problem with the suspension arm that had been replaced for the MOT. And I did take some pictures while they were over the pit. I'll put them up on the screen, and you see what I mean. Because what happened was the bolt for the body end had actually backed out, and the suspension arm become dislodged, as you can see in the pictures that I've just put up. So I don't think it needs a rack. I mean, it did fail MOT on playing the rack, but it's since got through the MOT, so it must be all right. And I think that sound he heard was when the bolt actually backed out after it somehow unthreaded itself, and the arm had dislodged. Anyway, enough of my waffling on. I'm gonna jack it up, get this wheel off, and I can show you it a bit better on camera. So I've got it jacked up safely on an axle stand, and it's obvious what's happened. The bolt unthreaded, it's backed off, and the old suspension arms dropped down, and it was actually rubbing on the track rod end as well. So like I said, Tom, the owner of his car, said as soon as he heard it let go, his steering were, he must have felt the rubbing and it didn't feel right. So that's what he'll have felt. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make things a bit easier for myself. I'm going to see if I can get this wheel arch liner out of the way. I think it's just 8mm screws, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get out. There's just a few 8mm screws. Unscrew them, give me just a bit of access for that bolt. Now, where it actually failed on this suspension arm, this control arm, is the ball joint that was playing that ball joint. You can tell it's a new arm if you compare it to the other side. So I think what I might do is break that ball joint. It'll just make it easier rather than trying to get it back into place in the situ. So just try and get some suitable tools. I'm not sure what size that bolt head might be. I think it's probably bigger than a 17. So see if I can get this arch liner. Now it's similar to the Mercedes C-Class. You got two halves, so I'll probably be able to remove this one completely. And that's it all looks like. I think it's a 8. Yeah, definitely 8. Same as Mercedes. I think we do things similar to BMW, Mercedes Benz. Anyway, I'll get some tools, and then we'll have better access to that control arm. So with the wheel arch liner out, I've got better access to this bolt, and unfortunately, this was pointed out to me when it were on the pit, the bolts rubbed through that electrical wire. It's not damaged it, but I'm assuming because it's red, it's a live feed of some sort. So really, I'm going to need to deal with that somehow, because there's one above it that looks like to be a ground or an earth. So that's something I'll need to deal with. Now I'm thinking I might not need to break this ball joint here if I can just jack it up enough. But let's have a look. No, I may well have to break that ball joint. But it's, unless I use jack and a crowbar, could try pry it back into place. Just get the jack up here, and then that'll support it from below. And then I can just push it back into place, get it back in the same way it came out. So I've decided to do the sensible thing and break the ball joint off. Now this particular one, it's a 19mm. I don't know if it's the same on the original BMW part. I suspect it's fitted an aftermarket part. And if Mercedes parts are anything to go by, it's going to be three figure for a genuine BMW part. So let's have a look if I fit the right socket. No, it's not a 19, it should be 21. Let's have a look if I've got the right socket here. Yeah, it's 21mm, not 19, so which by coincidence is the same as the wheel nuts on the Toyota Celica. Right, here we go. And it's spinning, but fortunately at the bottom of the ball joint there's a Torx fitting, so I could try. I've got a 21mm spanner, so I'm going to come back. I'm not sure what Torx that is. It's probably something like 25 or 27 or even 30. So I'm going to have to undo this one by hand. So I'll come back to you when I've got it out. I'm not going to show you that. I thought it was just going to spin off, but no such luck. Well, in the end, I didn't need to undo this, so I'll tighten that up. But you can see where the bolt's backed out, and you can see where it's been rubbing. So I've managed to just pull the bolt back enough to lift the suspension arm into place, and then it's just a matter of tightening up the bolt. And I'm not sure if I'll get a socket in. I think it was a 17. So I'll find out if I'm wrong. It might be an 18. Anyway, I think I'll just have to do that by hand. I can't even get in with a socket. So I'll get that tightened up, and I'll make sure it'll be tightened up to the correct spec, which, being a German car, is good and tight. So I've got the suspension arm back in place. Now what I've done, I've got it up to get it up to ride height. So I just jacked up underneath the steering, you know, the straw, and just lift it enough to lift it off the axle stand. That way I know it's at the normal ride height, and then you can tighten this up properly. I don't know the torque, so I've just gone with good and tight with the 1/2 inch. I managed to get it started enough. It's 18mm bolt. Got it started up enough, moved the wire out of the way, then I could get my socket in using my 1/2 inch drive, and we're all tightened up. So it's just a matter of sorting this wire out. I think best I can do right now is just wrap it in loads of electrical tape. It's better than nothing, and it's pretty much protected from elements by wheel arch liner, so it'll do for now. Because I don't know where it goes. It just goes to something underneath the engine. I don't think it's for the starter motor, because it'll be a thicker wire, but it looks like I think it's ignition fed. I've not tested it. I'm not going to try. So get some get some insulating tape around it, and then that's done. So I managed to get some insulation tape around that wire, so that's no longer exposed. And I don't think that's going to happen again. That bolt's not going to back out again. I've tightened it to, well, not quite to within an inch of its life, but I've tightened it up. So all I've got to do is put the wheel arch on. Oh, some cobweb up there. Put the wheel arch on. Better put the wheel on, and then it's job done. So it's all buttoned up. I'll take it for a road test after the video. So this is the end of this video, confirmed fix. So hope you enjoyed this one. So as ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you.